Hello, beautiful people. How are you? How are you guys doing today? I'm Maria and I want to welcome you guys to my YouTube channel. How are you guys today? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and is blessed and out in this warm weather and enjoying this beautiful day that God has given us. I wanted to come and talk to you guys today about fear. About fear. So I have a question for you. What fears are keeping you from your destiny today? What fears are keeping you from your destiny? Is it your purpose? Is that you're afraid to walk in your purpose? God has told you what He's called you to do, what He's giving you the authority and the anointing on your life to do. And He's told you what it is, and you're doubting yourself, and you're afraid. What is it today that's keeping the fear? What fear is keeping you from your destiny? Is it being afraid to fail so you don't try? Is it being afraid to fail so you don't try at all? If it's your purpose, I want you to know this, that God is calling us to walk by faith and not by sight. We may not see what goes on behind the scenes of what God does for us. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But when He say walk by faith and not by sight, that means walking by faith and trusting Him to know that He's working everything out on your behalf. God don't just do things in our lives. There's a reason for everything that He does in our lives. And there's a purpose for everything that He does for us. And so the ordained purpose that He has given to you and He called you to do, no matter what it may be, whatever He tells you, what God starts in you is not just about you. It's to bring glory to His name. What He calls you to do, it's not just about you. It's to bring glory to His name, and it's to help others that's around you. It's to help others around you. And it don't just mean your family and friends. It means people that you don't even know. People that you don't even know that you will reach by doing what God has called you to do. But don't let fear stop you from your destiny. Don't let fear stop you from reaching your destiny. Don't let fear stop you. Because what God starts in you is to inspire, to help, motivate other people around you. Whether it's He telling you to write a book, whether He tell you to start a business, whether He tell you to start a conference, a prayer breakfast, whatever He tells you to do, it's not just about you. It's about God. It's not about us. It's about Him. And it's about others that are around you. Because once they see, the thing is this, it becomes a domino effect. By you walking in your purpose and walking by faith and trusting God and believing that He's working behind the scenes on your behalf, and not letting fear stop you from your destiny. It helps other people be confident in God just like you are. And by you walking by faith, it helps others, not just your family and friends, but people you don't even know, that you will reach, that you will inspire to walk by faith, to do what God is calling them to do. It becomes a domino effect. By you doing what God has called you to do, then the next person, then the next person, then the next. It becomes a domino effect that people get in order to doing by God's will, to do what God's called them to do. Do not let fear keep you from your destiny today. Maybe you're afraid to fail, so you don't try. To be honest, I had that problem. I really did. I had that problem. I was afraid to fail, so I never tried. I was afraid to fail, so I never tried anything at all. I said, I just had that in my mind. I'm gonna fail. What if I fail at this? What if this happens? What if that happens? Stop with the what ifs and speak life in the midst of that situation and saying, I will succeed. With God, I can. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. God is with me. He is for me, not against me. You have to start speaking life in the midst of your situation and knowing that Don't focus on the what ifs. Don't focus on I might fail. It may happen. Focus on with God, I can do all things. Focus on that. Focus on that. Speak life in that. When God is telling you to walk out by faith to do something, don't sit in fear. I think about my niece and nephew, Imani and Jacob. Hi, Imani. Hi, Jacob. um, they're afraid of spiders. And so one day they're playing in my backyard, right? And so they're outside with their cousins and whatnot. They're older cousins. And so playing in the backyard, they seen the spider and they ran in the house. I think I came in for bubbles or something. They came in the house. They was like, Rhea, it's a spider. I was like, okay, come on. They're like, no, I'm not going back out there. It was a very tiny spider crawling on the ground. They could have stepped on that spider and killed it with their shoes. Just a little stomp. But they were more focused on the fear of what the spider might do to them, that they didn't think that their feet was big enough for the spider. They were so focused on what the spider might do to them, they didn't think about what they could do to the spider. They didn't think about how bigger they are than the spider. It wasn't tarantula, it was a very baby spider. But they were so focused on what the spider might do to them, it was very tiny. They didn't realize, okay, well, I'm bigger than this spider. I can step on it, it could be dead. They wouldn't focus on that. They were so focused on what the spider might do to them that they ran and didn't kill it. I had to come outside to kill it. Baby spider. Now imagine that in your life. You're so focused on the what ifs. You're so focused on, oh, this might happen. You're so focused on that might happen that you're not walking in your purpose. You're not doing what God has called you to do. He's calling you out. He ain't called you to sit there comfortably for so long. God is calling you out your comfort zone for a reason. He didn't say just sit on the sidelines. He said, no, I want you to do more. I'm calling you to a higher level. I'm calling you out of your comfort zone to do more. Don't sit in fear. It's going to keep you from your destiny. It's going to keep you from your destiny. So don't focus on the what ifs. Don't focus on this may happen, that may happen. Start speaking life and say, when God tells you something he wants you to do, say, you know what? It's going to happen. Be excited about it. You may have a little nervous. You may be a little nervous. That happens with me. When God calls me out of my comfort zone, he does it a lot to me. And I get very, very nervous. Very, very nervous. I get very nervous. But I'm not scared. I'm not scared because I fear God. I fear God. You may be nervous, and that's okay. But pray about it. Ask God to be with you, and know that he's always with you. You may be nervous, but he's calling you out your comfort zone. He's calling you to a high level. He's calling you to be great because he said you are great. And so don't focus on the what if, so this may happen. Speak life in the midst of your situation. Speak life when God is calling you to do something. Say, I will succeed. With God, I can. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Speak life. Encourage yourself. Uplift yourself. And know that you can do it. Second question. Do you fear God? Maybe that's the thing. Maybe you're fearing everything else and you don't have a fear for God. I don't mean a fear, I mean a reverence of fear. I don't mean fear like you're terrified to talk to him, like you're terrified, oh, I can't talk to him, I can't be around him, I can't go sit at his feet, I can't read my Bible. Not that kind of fear. I mean the kind of fear that you know that he's watching over you and that you're just like, I know that's gonna make my daddy upset with me if I do that. If I go say this, someone's saying stuff to me means that if I respond that way, what I'm thinking in my head, I know that's gonna make my dad mad. So I'm not gonna do that. That kind of fear that you want to do the right thing. You want to obey him and not disobey him. You want to do the right thing. That's the kind of fear I'm talking about. The reverence of fear of God. That you fear him over everything else. You fear him over everything else. That you may get nervous, but you fear God and you know that he's with you. That's the kind of fear I'm talking about. When God calls me out of my comfort zone, I am very nervous. I get butterflies in my stomach. I'm very nervous. But I know he's with me. And I pray. And I know that he's with me. And I fear him. And so I don't have to fear what he's calling me out to do. Because he's calling me to greater. He's calling me to my greatness. So I want you to know that. He's calling you out to greater because he knows that you can be great. He's calling you out to your greatness. So because he knows that you can be great and that you will be great. So don't sit and let fear keep you from your destiny. I want you to do this. Fear God. Fear God. That when you're going out to do things, knowing that he's with you, that he'll never leave you nor forsake you, that he's always with you, that he's your protector. He's your protector, your redeemer. He got you. As it says in Isaiah 43:4, he said, "But now, this is what the Lord says. He who created Jacob, he who formed you, Israel, do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have summoned you by name. You are mine." God said you belong to him. You belong to him. He said he's calling you out. He's calling you out to be great. He's calling you by your name to be great, to your greatness, to your greater. He's calling you to be great. He said, don't let fear keep you from your destiny. It's a trap from the enemy for you to sit in your fear. It's a trap. Don't let it keep you from your destiny. He said he's calling you out. He said you belong to him. He's calling you by your name. He's summoning you by your name. He's calling you to higher. So don't let fear keep you from your destiny. I want you to fear God and believe that he's always with you. And he's not going to leave you. He's right that way. He's right there for you. Always. He's always with you. As it says in Joshua 1:19, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discourageous, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. He said, wherever you go, I'm going to go. Wherever you go, I'm there with you. I'm right by your side. I'm always with you. He said he'll never leave you nor forsake you. So walk by faith. Don't walk in fear. Don't walk in fear. My third question for you is this. Are you allowing others people's fear to impact your life? Maybe it's a family or friend. Maybe your parents. Maybe it's something that happened to them in the past. They may have tried to start a business and they fell at it, or something happened along the way where they didn't succeed. They didn't fully succeed or make it to where they wanted to be. And so when you talk to them and say, girl, I want to start this business of this, I want to do this, and they're like, I tried that. You shouldn't do that because I tried that and I failed. Look what I'm at. I tried that. Are you allowing other people's fears and what they say to impact your life? What happened in their past is their past. God is with you. He is for you, not against you. So don't allow other people's fears to keep you from doing what God has called you to do. He is calling you. He's calling you out. He said, I summon you by name. He said, you belong to him. We cannot allow what other people went through in their lives and their fears of failure, their fears of not succeeding, their fears of don't try that, to keep you from your destiny. What they've done and what happened in their past, that's them. Maybe they didn't have God with them. Maybe they didn't give their lives to Christ. But I believe this. That maybe they didn't give their lives to Christ. And maybe that they did something that maybe it's just they haven't given their lives to Christ yet. Or maybe it's just that they weren't doing what God was telling them to do. Maybe God was telling them to go over to the left and they were going to the right. And so that's why it failed. Because when you go against God, we don't succeed. When you go against God, when you run ahead of God, when you run away from God, you don't succeed. I believe that. But when you work with God and you say, Lord, let your will be done for my life, and you do as he's calling you to do, and you walk by faith, not by fear, and you go, when he say go to the left and you go to the left, you will succeed because he's with you. So maybe it's that they didn't succeed because they wasn't doing what God was calling them to do. Maybe they want to go another direction. They want to go in their own path. They weren't willing to let go and let God take control. Maybe that's why they didn't succeed. But you don't let their past failures stop you from doing what God has called you to do. You don't let someone else past failures keep you from your destiny. Because God is calling you to greatness. He's calling you to greatness. God is calling you out. He said, I summon you by name. He said, be encouraged. Be encouraged. Don't be afraid. Because He is with you. He is always with you. He is for you and not against you. And I want you to know that. We can't allow other people's past failures and what happened in their past to keep us from our destiny. God has some great plans for your lives. God has a great plan for your lives. I want you to know that. He do. He has a very big plan for your life. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I know today is Friday, and be safe this weekend. Be safe this weekend wherever you may go. Be safe this weekend and have a fantastic weekend. I love you guys. Just share some love with someone and be positive and just tell someone that you love them. It don't matter who they are, where you go this weekend. Maybe a stranger, because you never know, you may impact their lives. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.